Hello, Princess, and welcome, members of the court, back at Magic Kingdom for another, maybe last ride on Splash Mountain. It is a beautiful, bright Florida morning. Still a bit chilly. I am mostly prepared, I guess. I know it's a water ride, but, well, hey, you know, we do what we gotta do. Wait time is a lot less than last time, so let's go. Sadly, Big Thunder is closed. I think it's just the regular annual refurbishment. It's okay. I have enjoyed him many times, but let's, could this be the last? I don't know. It's too sad to think about. Posted 45 minutes, already set the timer. That will give me time to decide what to do for lunch. And, you know, we'll probably need every minute of that. 22 minutes left, and the line does feel like it's moving faster. I figure it's because there's less lightning lanes coming through. All right, I made my mobile order for lunch. So right after Splash, it's lunchtime. Then train, yes, train. Finally, after, how many years has it been? 6 minutes left, and we're hitting the stairs. It's cutting it close. I don't think we'll make it. Wah, wah, wah. All right, there we go. 45 minutes, and can't even see the loading platform yet. 8 minutes over, and here we go. That was a great ride. If I don't make it back on, I'm okay. I sat in my log and enjoyed it. All right, it is almost time for lunch. Gotta head over to Pecos Bill and get that going. But before we do that, yes, what we're gonna talk about today is something that the theme parks can really help out with. They have a tremendous opportunity, and all the theme parks actually, but particularly Disney, and that is parents' choice, and particularly parents' choice in education. We're going to talk about why all of the theme parks should support 100% school choice. Order in at Pecos Bill. Let's go get it. This smorgasbord is lunch. All right. And no, this was not part of some overall plan. It just kind of worked out this way. This is the Big Owl. There's bacon, cheese, and a whiskey barbecue sauce. It comes with a side of the lettuce and tomato and chips. So yes, this all comes together. I got the side of guacamole and the chips. $1 extra for the queso. Had to do that. And that right there is, oh gosh, what is this thing? It is Teddy Bear's Swingin' Shortcake. Oh boy, and just water this time. Wow, all of this. And this was only, I say only, $26. I promised I wouldn't bring it up again, but SeaWorld A+ for Pecos Bill. That Big Al's burger, it greatly exceeded my expectations. Even for a theme park burger, best of the trip so far. I actually would recommend having that for it. All right, I am going to go and head over, get in the queue for the Walt Disney World Railroad. Oh, so exciting, so exciting. And the berries shortcake was prepared great also. It did have a little bit of fruit in there, not necessarily my thing, but again, it was cold, but it was still very, very good. That whole presentation was, wow. I don't think today. Last time was during, and we've got a bird convention here. Ibis, I think these are, although there's another one I keep confusing them with. Now, the reason I'm singling out Disney specifically is they have a lot to make up for after their behavior recently and their embarrassing defeat here in Florida. Yeah, they have a lot to make up for, so Bob Iger better get down on his knees in front of me. Anyway, and pray for forgiveness. But it will take a little bit more, and standing up for kids, for parents, and against the corrupt education establishment is a good start. Welcome back, Railroad. That was super fun. They better not close it for Tiana, because that would be slightly ridiculous, but honestly, I could see Disney doing that. I do remember when this was the slow season, but we don't actually have to stay here at Magic Kingdom. I'm headed to the People Mover, but I think I'll take the long way, all the way through Fantasyland. All right, so yes, I get it. For the children, yeah, these are giant corporations. That's not why they would do this, but there's money involved, and it's something that can make their operations a lot easier and a lot smoother, predictable, which means, you know what? It's cheaper for them, and it's really, really simple. You know, I do feel like there's fewer photo pass photographers out. Found them. They're just hiding in the shade, which is understandable. It is bright today. It was partly cloudy in the morning, but not anymore, as you can see. Clear blue florid skies. All right, this is an interesting effect. As I was
Greetings, intergalactic travelers.
I know
Welcome aboard the People Mover.
Now approaching Tomorrowland Speedway and Tron Light Cycle Run.
Yes, they should do it for money because the majority of their operating calendar in any given year is driven by the schedules of the government schools. Here's the thing though, there is nothing behind those schedules. Nothing, absolutely. There's no reason for the school calendar to be what it is. Everything that you may have heard is just especially today, right? So even if something had been a hint 100 years ago, today it doesn't matter one whit. Except, yes, there is one thing, and that is the corrupt education unions. See, this is an interesting point. I know I've said this before. The education unions, the teachers' unions, they don't care about the kids, not one bit. They do not care about educating or anything like that. Actually, that is correct. So I'm not going to fault them for that. It's important that you understand that. So if we can have parents choose schools with different calendars that suit them, maybe it's year-round school. Maybe the kids are only in school, 2 months of the year. All they need to do is prove their progress. If that can be done in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, whatever it takes. Or a school that has a flex calendar, right? So if you want to take your vacation in March, your month-long vacation, hey, the school can accommodate you. This is not that difficult. No, it is not that difficult. The only thing holding them back is the calendar of the government schools. If parents had flexibility to adjust that calendar to their needs, then all these theme parks, they could be year-round operations. And that would make operating, scheduling, logistics for everybody a lot easier and a lot cheaper. And, you know what? They can better utilize their park, so they will make more money. Let the parents schedule the kids, and they can schedule their trips to the theme parks. As much as I love the new signpost, I do not remember the last time I saw Monsters, Inc. laugh floor. So that's what we're doing now. Monsters, Inc. Basically dad jokes, but they're still funny. No reason to be crass and crude all the time. But let me tell you about a very weird thing that happened on the Walt Disney World Railroad. So I boarded, I was sitting in my row. There was one other lady who was all the way on the other side because there's things to see on both sides of the train. So the cast member comes by and tries to see two more people, and I pointed over at the other lady, just maybe he didn't see her because the row was occupied. Well, no, he actually did and intended for me to slide over and sit in between people, basically creating a middle seat. And I objected, and because I don't want to sit between people. There's not really any reason to. And he did say though that we can do 5 guests per row, so we're trying to board some more people. But the thing is, it's a little bit inconsistent because I wasn't paired up with anybody on Splash Mountain, and I wasn't paired up with anybody on Spaceship Earth or Living with the Land or some other ride I rode. I'm probably going to go ride Ariel right now. I'm going to probably be alone in my shell, and I'll be alone in my Doom Buggy. So I thought it was curious that they expected people to triple up in a row on the train. And, after I objected, he said, well, if you want, you can get off, let them in, and then, get back on. So by this time, the couple had left. But then he tries with another couple, and that's exactly what I did. So, I don't know. It was just weird putting people like in between. I don't know. I consider that a fail because it just seems so unnecessary. I don't think it's going to increase capacity that much, and it's just weird. Yep, my own clamshell. Well, all right, under the sea.
Yes, I do.
Stay seated in your clamshell while I get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, it's about time to start thinking about dinner, but not yet. Here's the thing. What I mean is the teachers' unions are labor unions, and their job is to get the best labor deal for their members. That's fine. That's what they should do. The problem is these politicians that do the negotiating are too spineless, or they're taking bribes to do anything about it when the unions use the kids as a weapon. So, imagine, instead of having one high school in your area, you had 6 learning centers, all run by, yes, private corporations that actually have a motivation to do a good job. Otherwise, nobody would send their kids there. This is not that complicated, people. And you could just send the kids to do coursework when it works out for everybody. You know, maybe the course is a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever. But they offer this throughout the year, which means everything can be scheduled throughout the year. No more summer, no more spring break, no more winter break, unless you want it. You can make that happen if you want, but if you don't have to. And that makes families available all year round. And this is why the theme parks should support school choice, because then they don't have to schedule around the government schools. I think we'll experience It's a Small World. I heard they cleaned the boats. Oh, and by the way, they are not public schools. They are government-run schools, which is why they are so dysfunctional. Even though the weather is cool, you still gotta drink water. I'm gonna try and get some here. Water in hand, off to Small World. Sure, let's check out the nice clean boats. Welcome to the happiest cruise that ever set sail. So you see, theme park operators, especially Disney, why supporting parents' school choice is a win for everybody. It is a win for parents, it is a win for the parks. Most important though, it is a win for the kids. And the fact that it's a huge loss for the corrupt politicians and greedy unions is just extra gravy on the cake. Now, you will have to deal with the cacophony of reactions from the from the crazy unions and the greedy, corrupt politicians, the Democrats basically, as well as the woke mob coming after you with pitchforks, Democrat voters basically. My advice for the unions, ignore them. Just don't say anything. They don't have anything to do with you. You don't have anything to do with them. So if you have to say something, just say you don't run any schools and you're not party to any negotiation. That's it. Period. Now, when the rest of them come after you, all the crazy politicians and that whole camp, just realize that they are as stupid as they are vocal and are very easily distracted by a substantial donation to the craziest, most woke progressive school that you can find. That's it. There you go. That's all you have to do. Just throw a little money at it. You know, it's like a cat and a laser, and they'll be distracted and they will leave you alone. And then, there you go. Everybody's happy. Parents, kids, the parks, win, win, win. Mansion is 55 minutes. I would love to take a ride, but that's going to push it dangerously into dinner time. And I know what I want, and it's not here at Magic Kingdom. But I'm already here, and I haven't been to Columbia Harbor House in a long time either. All right, timer set. We're here. Let's do it. I have another plan, by the way. 12.5 minutes to spare. The doors are open, and we are heading in to the mansion. I think it's about dinner time. Maybe 10 minutes before my order window, but that's okay. Maybe I can get it changed like yesterday. That actually was kind of easy. And it's right there, Columbia Harbor House. And oh, wow, it's dark. Glad I finished. This, not a burger, is the Sea Captain Catch from Columbia Harbor House. It's a fish sticks, coleslaw, and a few other things. And for the side, I chose green beans. The options were green beans, rice, French fries, which I've had too many of, and hush puppies. Gonna have more carbs later, and green beans was such a weird option. That's what I had to go with, but here we are. My Sea Captain Crunch. Oh, I just noticed that. All right, scratch that. It's the Sea Captain Catch. Yeah, because Disney would never pay the licensing fee. That was pretty darn good at Columbia Harbor House, the Captain's Catch, Sea Captain's Catch, whatever it was. Yeah, sandwich was pretty good. Coleslaw was good. The beans, the green beans as a side, that was kind of weird. I think they're there for the sandwich primarily. I was expecting them to be seasoned somehow. They're not. They are just boiled green beans. And, well, you know what? It worked out. Way too many French fries this trip. And, I mean, hush puppies would have been just more carbs. So, on that, yes, I'm just going to go get more carbs now. Magic Kingdom is open until 11 tonight. It is still pretty crowded. I will not be here that late. It is already getting way too cold for me. Well, now I have to take the long way because the castle is closed because the fireworks. Plan A is a no-go because the popcorn line is way too long. I didn't want popcorn. So here we are at Cheshire Cafe. All right, this is emergency dessert plan B. It is an eclair. The sign is gone, so I don't remember exactly what it is, but it is quite all right because that in the middle is key lime mousse. All right, that was pretty good. The eclair wasn't dry like I was kind of worried it would be. The key lime mousse, I think, was the best part of it. The filling, I think, was a raspberry something or other, but it had that sort of Jolly Rancher profile, made it kind of weird. Very tart, but satisfying nonetheless. And I really didn't want to wait in that long popcorn line to get the cupcake I wanted, but oh well. I don't know what I'm going to do now. It's getting colder and colder. I think it's 60, just over 60 degrees, which is going to be my thermal threshold pretty soon. All right, let's see if there's a nice indoor ride that's not too long. It's warm in here. Right, one more ride, then off to bed. All right, the current question is, can I make it to the monorail before the show ends? I think I'm gonna make it. Everyone's still watching that. So yeah, keep watching. Made it, and it's not monorail orange. Teal this time. I always say this, but yes, what a fantastic day at Magic Kingdom. My last ride on Splash Mountain, and some great food. Wow, that Big Al's Burger, Great Al Burger, whatever. That was, like I said, majorly exceeded my expectations. We talked about how the theme parks, all the theme park companies, and especially Disney, should support school choice because it's better for everybody. And well, with that, oh yes, I beat the crowd, so we are ending on a very, very high note. But I guess it is still cold, and well, in order to leave, I've been skipping something, so we've got to get back real quick. We're not going to talk about that later. So you'll just have to wonder why I am thankful for my problems.